Hello everybody, I'm Sebastian Gamarra. I got second place at the WCQ Regional on Sunday on Lima, Peru, and I was playing Trickstars. Now, a couple of hints here. First of all, I did the profile, but unfortunately the audio was lost, so I'm going to re-record it alone. I did it with my friend, but the audio was lost, sorry. So for the most part, you're not going to see my face while I explain the cards. Also, there are a couple of proxies because my friend that lent me the cards, I have to give them back to him obviously yesterday. But I printed the proxies, so they look kind of nice. And obviously, I'm not going to explain what the cards do. I'm mostly going to do a review on them and how they perform. And I might do my matchups last. Okay, now moving onto the deck profile. Okay, first of all, it's going to be the main deck. I play triple Candina, triple Honoka, triple Nico, one Lilybell. This is mandatory. Oh, one thing I forgot. This is going to be very similar to the ARG champion. I based my deck around his deck, but I made some minor changes to fit my liking. This is mandatory. Something that I have to remark here is that she is really strong. When I first saw her, she was pretty underwhelming, and I thought, well, she's going to be like a cowboy effect, whatever. She's really strong whenever you are trying to recover from making your link plays. Also, when you are making your link plays with Holy Angel and Nico, you summon her with Reincarnation, attack directly. You're also doing damage with Holy Angel, effect, recover Nico, effect Nico, special, damage Holy Angel, this bounces to the hand, effect, bounce again, attack again, more damage. It's a really strong combo, really nasty combo. I might put this at 2, but it really depends because of it's a really bad draw. It's a very bad draw, and if you hard draw her, she's not going to be able to summon herself. Even with Desires, you have to add her. So I might try playing 2 of her because she's really strong, but at 1 works very well, except when you banish her with Desires, obviously. And of course, last actual monster is Gofu. 90% of the time you see him, you're going to summon him. The other 10% is going to be dead. But it's a Deco Talker, it's an Enko Talker, it's an Ingirsu. It's a really strong card that there is not really a big reason why. It's not a problem if you don't see it, and if you see it, it's good. You should play that one, it's really good. Now, moving on to my hand trap lineup. I am playing triple Honest, triple Droll, 2 Ghost Ogis, 2 Ashes, and 1 Win Condition. Now, I would play the 3rd Ash if I had the money, but I don't want to buy her. I cut the Ogre because I don't think she's as strong as previously. I feel like, obviously on Su format, I think she was one of the most amazing traps ever, even on par with Max C. However, nowadays the meta is a lot more diverse. Therefore, although she's extremely strong, I don't think she's as strong. And I never really like her playing at 2, so at 3, sorry. So I just play her at 2 because I like playing her at 2. The Roll Logger is just extremely powerful. I resolved the hand destruction combo once. Only once throughout the entire tournament. So it's just for its sheer power. Honest, some people don't play it because it's a break. I feel like you should play this because given that all the Trickstars are pretty much lollies, so they are very small, you have to have a way to deal with big monsters. And I don't think that Mirror Forces are reliable enough to take care of big threats. And well, the other things need no further explanation. It's pretty generic. Ashes is just strong, extremely strong. Moving on to the spell lineup, I play triple Love Life, triple another Love Life, 2 hopefully draw something really strong, 2 new win conditions of the deck, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and 1 Fate on the Reiki. Okay, here the Love Dice and the Terras need no explanation. Pot of Desire, some people don't play it. I feel like you should play it because it gives you the chance to draw into something great. Something like Scapegoats, something like Reiki, and obviously the trap lineup that I'm going to explain in a little bit. Also, Cosmic Cyclones are really good because you are able to snipe things that your opponents are going to set. If your opponent will most likely going to know how to play against Trickstars, they are going to start by setting their most important cards, such as Desires, such as maybe Scapegoats, such as a Reiki, whatever. Maybe not Reiki, but something important. Because they are going to try and play around Reincarnation. And thus, you snipe them with this. You can also snipe fields, whatever, and it works very well for going second. Obviously, this works very well against Pendulum Magicians, True Dracos, and even in some cases against Invoke, because you can change this to the Invocation, and they're not going to get back there. At least that never came up, but use a tip, a pro tip of the day. This is extremely broken. If you could play this, play it. It's broken. I chose to play this at 2 because at 3 is I mean, you can, but I rather have things at 2 whenever I don't really want to see them. And if I see them, cool, but if I don't see them, that's also cool. Because I can play without them. It's not extremely mandatory, unlike, of course, the Love Life and the Terraformings. Reiki was mostly a good fate, because a good friend gave it to me. So, yeah. That does it for the spell lineup on the main deck. Traps, it's a lot heavier, I think, than the ARG. Obviously, triple reincarnation. The graveyard effect is extremely broken. It's the most important effect. 2 evenly match. The Solemn Brigade. And of course, the Torrential Tribute. Now, why did I chose to play evenly match? This was mainly because of Jack, a friend of mine that plays at Battle City. It's a very cool friend. He told me, what happens if you go second? You are most likely going to lose. This gives you the chance of going second, and obviously the chance of not losing to the dice roll, to most matchups. It's a really powerful card. Came up sometimes, not all the time, but it's very powerful, very strong. And in worst case scenario, you're going to set it, and during your opponent's battle phase, you're most likely going to give him a -1 or a -2. Not as powerful as the potential -5 or -4 that you are most likely going to do whenever using it on its most optimal circumstance, but still it's a very powerful card. It got me the game against Pendulum Magicians, and it got me against Pendulum Magicians and True Dracos. It helped me a lot. It's a very powerful card. The Solemn Brigade and the Torrential are mainly because of Spirals and Pendulum Magicians. If they cannot play against these cards, they are going to be in big trouble. And more often than not, they are not going to be able to play around them. Sometimes they will, but they are very powerful. I would play always 1 and 2. If I could play 3 strikes, perhaps, but if I had the choice of 3 strikes or 1 strike to warning, because this negates everything. That does it for the trap lineup. This was a total of 41 cards. Different than the ARG, it was 40 and a couple of things differently. Now for the extra deck, well, my beloved tokens as well as my extra monsters on it. The extra deck is focused around Scapegoats, and it has just the few Trickstar links available at the moment. 2 Trickstar links. She is extremely powerful. Holy Angel is just holy moly. Wow, this card is really powerful, really strong. The plays that she makes are strong. She protects your monsters. I just wish she had more damage because she is really, really good. I just wanted to have another wife on my deck. That's why I play her. But she did came up because I needed more damage to defeat my friend Juancito. Shoutouts to him. He was playing True Dracos, so I link my 2 Nikos into my Sweet Devil, so that trigger Holy Angel, burn damage, trigger more damage, more attack. It was getting there. It was if I hadn't played her for the love of Blue Angel and stuff, I wouldn't have, probably would have lost that duel. Now for the boss monsters, these are obviously the proxy ones because I had to give them back yesterday to my friend. One Firewall, one Topologic, one Barlord. Barlord Dragon is the main reason why you play Scapegoats. This card is obnoxious. I'm going to buy it. I really have to buy this thing because this card is just too powerful. In my opinion, this is the new BLS. In comparison to the strength with BLS on Goat format, this is the new BLS for the post-spiral banlist. It's just worth running Scapegoats just to summon this thing. It's really strong. If the spirals cannot access this, they are not going to be able to destroy it. It's very powerful. Topologic, on the other hand, was situational, actually. The reasoning behind this is if I am going on turns, I have resolved Scapegoats, I can summon this, attack, and on the damage step, it's going to trigger this effect, do damage, and in other scenarios, if I am ahead and I have reincarnation on the graveyard, I can change this to whatever thing my opponent is attempting to do, summon a Trickstar that I want to sacrifice to trigger the torrential tribute effect. It's very powerful. This Firewall came once, didn't do a loop. It came once only with Paleozoic, with a Link Spider, in order to mess with the chains. Only for that. Was alright. Unfortunately, Barlord, when I summoned him, he got Dark Hole, but it was alright. It's a very powerful card. Moving to the sub-bosses. One Ningirso, one Encode Tucker, one Decode Tucker. Now, there is a funny story about this. They need no explanations, but the thing about Encode Tucker is that you can summon this with Link Spider and Proxy Dragon with Gofu. And I was thinking, if I summon Decode Tucker, what's this going to do? Nothing much really. Protects from targeting, but I do not expand the field enough for this to be relatively effective most of the time. Therefore, this can protect my Trickstars, this can give me damage. So mainly it was for that, and also because I love the anime. But it was because of that. It's a very good effect. It's really good. But unfortunately, when I summoned it, my opponent read the effect, he said, no way, Solemn Strike. But it did its job. Somewhat. Continuing with the fodder, one Mr. Radiant, one Lolly, 2 Proxy Dragons. I gave this back to my friend. 2 Link Spiders and 1 Phantom Knights of Breaksword. This was alright. Never came up. No explanation needed. 2 because I am playing also Gofu, and sometimes I drew Gofu and then I top deck the Scapegoats, so I needed 2 for this. Alright, 2. Enough. I would probably play 3. Not too sure about this. And the reasoning behind the the Phantom Knights is because out of all the rank trees that you are most likely going to use, this is the most versatile one, and the one that you are most likely going to use. That's why I run him. Now moving on to the side deck. More token. More things. Double DD Crow. The reasoning behind this is in Peru there are a lot of people that play randoms. There are a lot of people that play different things, so you have to get ready for that. And this hurts PK sometimes, this hurts Paleo, this can hurt Lightstorms, and even ABC. So it's a very versatile and strong card. Also, the main reason was Spirals. If they cannot play around this with the Quicksys and the Trap card, they are most likely going to be in a very bad situation. 2 of the deck choice of Jack from Battle City again. This is a very strong card. If your opponent cannot answer this, it's going to be in a very, very big trouble because he's going to start eating everything and get really fat. He got to 19 and I was able to win because he got to 19. Attack directly with him. He's very powerful, very strong. I don't know why people don't play it. It's amazing going second. Continuing to Underhole, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Clashing Souls. This is extracted directly from the OCG. The reasoning behind this is you are most likely going to have more life points than your opponent. Therefore, if you somehow enter the sequences in which you can resolve this. You are most likely going to resolve it and knock your opponent. Did this with the Spiral. He attempted to run over my Nico, flip this on damage calculation. He had 15 life points. I mean, he was 15 life points. I had 7,000, 1500. Sorry, I have 7,000. So he was unable to pay. He lost his field. I attack for game on the next turn. And not many people use it. I has thus far resolved this twice, maybe 3 times. But it's just a very funny card. I love it. Also 5Ds. And lastly we have 2D barriers and the Kaiju engine. This was strictly against pendulums. Very powerful. 1 minigame with pendulum. This on testing was good, but it broke. So yeah, it was mostly because of Masterpiece. I would probably put this at cut this and add 2 Chaos Trap Holes for Magic Bullets. And maybe even PK Fire if that happens. We don't know, I'm not too sure, but I would probably cut these 2 and hope to hard draw the Kaijus. We'll have to wait and see, but on testing they were pretty good, but unfortunately these underperformed the regional. That does it for the extra deck and the main deck. Now, final thoughts on this. Obviously the side deck changes depending on the region and the type of event you're playing. I am in love with scapegoats, they are extremely powerful, and as we get more Trickstar cards, I would try to play a more pure version of the deck because I love Blue Angel. She's love. But thus far, I just hope we get more of the anime cards. Some of the new support cards that have been recently announced are very good. Some will make it into the main deck. I want Bloody Mary on my extra deck, but we have to wait and see. Hopefully nothing happens on the ban list, or hopefully something good happens on the ban list and we can change the deck even further. Now, going on to my matchups. My matchups were, the first round I played against all the meta relevant decks. First round was against ABC with the Strudo, won that game. Second round was against Paleozoics. Unfortunately we got a deck check and my opponent with some issues had a game loss. So that was a shame. The third round was against Gerardo Delgado. He is a duelist that made it to the World Cup, I think on 2015. It was a mirror match, it was really hard, but I somehow won that. That was the only time I resolved the hand destruction. The next round was against the Spirals, in which I resolved the Clashing Souls, won that game. The next one was against Masterpiece Turbo, Juancito, one of my friends at Battle City, shouts to him. He was obnoxious, he played 3 Masterpieces because I banished 2 of them with Reincarnation. He had to draw the third one, that was unexpected, and I somehow won. I won by making link plays. The next one was against, that would be the 6th one, yes. It would be against my friend Israel from Battle City also. He played his Pendulum Magicians, and that's when I lost the dice roll. He opened the nuts, but I drew the evenly match. Then I drew it again with the barrier, with the Eater of Millions. That was over. Finally, I went undefeated. Well, lost a couple of singles, but I was 6-0. Excuse me. And I played at the final round against the final boss, Andres Castro, my very good friend, also from Battle City. He defeated me. Funny thing, I defeated him on the night before, on the league we were playing, on that store. He got his revenge now. He opened the nuts. I couldn't pass through his board. On the second one I break, unfortunately. It was not a very good duel. I was expecting for a more epic comeback, but all in all it was a very good regional. I got 2nd place. Now for the shoutouts, I would have to do the shoutouts to all of my friends that play Yu-Gi-Oh! At the University of Lima, and my team at Legacy, La Tribu as we call it. the people that play with me, obviously Jack, Wachito, Walter. He was a judge at the World Championship last year on Orlando. Yes, on Orlando, Miami. Thank you for blending me the Barlord, Dragon, the Firewall. Thank you so much. Andres Castro, hopefully he sends his profile to House of Champions or any other YouTuber. To Juanjo ready for duel. To the people at the stores, that my friends, Enzo, Stefano, Giancarlo, Angel, Andres, Paolo, his friends, all have a huge list. This will never stop if I keep saying hello to everybody. The people at the stores, Carroncho store, Carlos, Santino, Benji, people at Shadow Duel, people at Cars Hunter, people from Shadow Surco Rip. You know who you are. You guys know who you are. People from La Molina. Well, everybody knows me. I think this was pretty long, but I have to explain some of the cards. If you have seen all the way until this, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.